Have you ever been told to just be yourself, yet the only thing you can think of is who am I? It's normal to have an array of different identities that you correlate yourself with. Some may be more beneficial to you and some may be more comfortable to you. Yet, as you traverse those identities and try to find who you really are, a thought may come up. Are those identities mine or are they others? Come the question, between those identities, which is yours and which is others? Are those identities yours to begin with, or do they come from observing others? Is it authentic to you, or is it merely an imitation of what others did? What makes a person truly themselves? First comes the concept of identity and self-concept. Identity is a set of characteristics, personality traits, beliefs, appearance, and expressions that categorizes a person. Meanwhile, self-concept is a set of beliefs that somebody has about oneself. Identity may be what you take yourself as, but self-concept is what you believe yourself to be. You believe yourself to be great at public speaking. That's why you take yourself as a great leader. You believe yourself to be good at badminton, and that's why you may think yourself as an athletic person. The first argument comes from the looking glass concept by Charles Horton Cooley, in which it describes a process that an individual's development of a self-concept comes from their understanding of how others perceive them. An example could be how somebody walks into a job interview with a sense of confidence and they want to display that confidence. And as they walk in, they immediately examine the job interviewer's reaction. The reaction may be positive or negative. A positive reaction could further develop their sense of confidence, but a negative reaction, such as a lack of interest, could cause that confidence to falter and reform to better oneself, even though the perceived judgment may not be entirely true. Because of this, individuals constantly reform, mirror others' behaviors, preferences, and roles to better fit in. Because of this, identities could be entirely accumulation of social signs instead of something truly original. Another argument could be given that there is an internal subconcept that guides the preferences and actions independent of social influences. In another point of view of self-concept, there is no perceived judgment. Self-concept emerges from our interactions with the social and material world and our interpretations of it. Therefore, the true self is not solely a reflection of others, just like how the argument before says, comes from our own personal interpretations of those experiences. The rain is so loud. Okay. A third argument could be made, placed in between the two. Not purely being imitative, but also not purely being authentic. Identity is a constant negotiation between internal values and social influences. We embody cultural symbols to create a sense of self, yet the process is directed by individual motivation and perceived judgment. Now, those three arguments, there's clearly a disparity between them. The first argument makes us a blank canvas that others paint, yet never ourselves. The second argument inflates us as somebody who never accepts any external factors, external influences. The most plausible one is the third one, in between the two. But I'd actually like to give another argument that I think better answers the question. What if the real self is not a sum of all your internalized values and social influences, nor solely a relational product? It is instead a reflective standpoint from which your desires, traits, and influences are evaluated and selectively endorsed. This reflexive capacity constitutes the real self. Your values, your behaviors, your influences, social or environmental, there is a real self that compares them and picks this one is more me. Back to the real question. Just be you. But who is you? You is the one that creates those identities and chooses to embody a personality. Therefore, there is no real identity because all of those identities are you. And hence, all the identities are authentic. And hence, there is no imitative identity. Every one of those identities are original because they are made by the real self that is you. The one behind the wheel and the one making all of those decisions. That is the real self. This discussion does not claim to resolve the self conclusively, nor could it. Based on the interpretive and normative nature of philosophical inquiry, I doubt it could be done. Rather, this discussion argues the possibility of a reflexive standpoint from which identity and influence are evaluated and endorsed. In this sense, the conclusion is not final. This conclusion, instead, is based on my reasoning, and therefore it may not fit others. But I hope it may give a light to those who are still struggling to find their identity. Because I was there once, and it took me a lot to think, and a lot to talk about others, and a lot to research. But in the end, I found my belief, which is this one. So, good luck to those who are still having an identity crisis. And I hope this video may help you who are watching. Bye-bye.